This is the stuffed chicken recipe that blew up on Instagram, so I had to show you exactly how I make it step by step. It's cheesy, juicy, packed with flavor, and it's so simple to pull together. Let's get into it. We're starting with two boneless chicken breasts. First, I'm going to cut a deep pocket into each breast without slicing all the way through. I always love to start off with salt and pepper, just something about that classic base brings out the flavor in any meat. Once that's on, I layer in the rest. So here I have smoked paprika, dried oregano, garlic powder, and onion powder. This combo right here, it never fails. It gives the chicken so much flavor before we even get to stuffing it. You want to make sure to rub the seasoning inside the pocket too, because that's where all the flavor builds. Now for the good stuff. I'll be using fresh spinach, juicy tomato slices, and mozzarella from a whole mozzarella round. I sliced up about 4 pieces of tomato and gave them a little sprinkle of salt just to bring out all that flavor. Then I'll slice the mozzarella and start layering. I went in with the tomato first, then the mozzarella, and finally the spinach. Here's where it gets tricky. You want to stuff the chicken carefully, layering it all inside the pocket. So don't be afraid to pack it tight, but make sure you can still close it. I use about 4 toothpicks to hold it all together while it cooks. And this is what it looks like once it's all stuffed and secured. Those toothpicks are just holding everything in place while it cooks, and don't worry, we'll take them out later. First things first, preheat that oven to 375. We want it nice and hot by the time our chicken's ready to go in. I'm using my hex clad skillet for this. It gives a nice even sear and it's oven safe, which is super important because we'll be transferring this straight to the oven. I added a little bit of olive oil, let it heat up, then gently place the stuffed chicken in. I let it sear for a couple minutes on the first side, then just before flipping, I quickly remove the toothpicks, flip it carefully, and put them right back in to keep everything together while it finishes cooking. That sear locks in the flavor and gives the chicken that perfect golden crust. Once both sides are seared, I melt down a little butter with some fresh garlic and spoon it right over the top. This is going to add even more flavor and keeps the chicken super juicy while it bakes. I like to baste it for a few seconds to really coat it well. Then I'm going to transfer the skillet into the preheated oven and bake for about 15 minutes or until the chicken hits 165 inside. And yes, you can totally do this in the air fryer, same temperature, about 16 to 18 minutes. Just don't overcrowd the basket so the chicken cooks evenly. When it's done, let it rest for a few minutes before slicing. This keeps all the juices inside, the flavor is unreal, the spinach softens, the tomato adds juiciness, and the mozzarella ties it all together. If you try this recipe, leave me a comment and let me know how it turned out. And if you want more easy, flavor packed dinners like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for cooking with me. See you in the next one.